And we're live.
Welcome back. How's it going, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Oh, buddy. Not gonna lie, I'm a little freaked out right now.
Why's that?
I had some information today. Apparently, my father had a dream about you last night.
Oh, what kind of dream?
Dude, no. Was
Granted, getting a little saucy.
It was a little wet dream.
Oh yeah.
No, dude.
Dude, I know I'm thick, but like, you know.
Glad you had a dream about those titties, you know. No, dude. So, my dad said that he had a dream last night that I killed you, and.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been begging for this for years.
No, dude. So apparently, I killed you in this dream.
That fires me up.
My dad goes to like your gravesite with me, and we dig up your body.
Oh wow.
And then like my dad takes you out of like the coffin and like slaps your face a couple times. You wake up and you go, Noah, what the fuck?
I was so loud.
I swear to God, my dad told me that he had that dream about you.
Bro, what the fuck?
Hey man, what the fuck? Why'd you kill me, bro?
Fucking asshole, man.
Dude,
okay, actually, that's actually an interesting standpoint because right there, I wouldn't be in a casket because like here's what I think, right? That's a waste of space.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Dude, if I die, man, just take all the fucking shit that works out of me, give it to somebody else, and just torch the rest of it.
With the way you're treating your body, you think anything is going to work by the time you die?
Dude, no one's going to want these lungs, you kidding me?
Oh,
my God.
Well,
he had asthma.
Someone's like, I need lungs. And they're like, well, we got this pair of donated lungs from Trey Hurst here. This man smoked weed every day since he was like 16 years old and had terrible asthma.
Buddy, I didn't start smoking every day till I was like 19.
Okay, whatever, dude.
Yeah,
but still,
you know,
they're not healthy. Regardless, they're not beautiful.
He has asthma and he smoked. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, dude, I gotta fucking take a break off the weed, man. Holy shit.
Dude, you had a hell of a night last night, didn't you?
It was, it was eye opening. That's for sure. I don't know what the fuck it was, dude. It was a psychedelic experience.
What exactly happened?
To explain, yeah, Mr. Henderson came over, Hendy.
Yeah.
Came over and he was like, and we both just finished school, more or less. Like he just finished his last final. My school just kind of petered out. Like it's just done now. Anyway.
Yeah.
So he comes over and he's like, all right, man, let's sell it. You know, I was like, hell yeah. Thought we were just going to smoke a little bit, maybe have like a nibble or something, coast, have some beers. He's like, went to the dispo today. And I kind of, he's got like, his hair is pretty shaggy.
Oh, yeah.
And he's rocking like a bit of like the gruff right now, you know what I mean? From the fucking.
He looks like Shaggy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so he rocks up into the fucking dispo looking like that, kind of wearing like stoner-ish clothing.
Looking like Napoleon Dynamite on testosterone.
Exactly. Like Jack Napoleon Dynamite. And he's also tall. And so he walks in there and he's like, hey, do you guys like have any edibles? And immediately, apparently the chick was like, yep, we got this right here. And he's like, he shows him this oil that's like 30 to none.
First of all, when I say edible, I mean like a gummy bear. I don't want you taking out a fucking syringe. Like, yeah, put 3 drops under your tongue, spin around 3 times, and you'll be high for 7 days.
Dude, wait, yeah, okay, sometimes, like, we make jokes, though, like, oh, I can't wait to be done, like, school or whatever, I'm just gonna get baked all week, like, be baked constantly all week. If I'm high for, like, realistically now, I'm thinking, I'm like, man, if I'm high longer than 2 hours, it sucks. I'm like, I don't want to be here anymore.
So explain. So what happened? Like,
so,
you had this 30 to nothing. It was 30 to nothing.
Yeah,
there
like
was no CBD.
Nothing.
It was.
Or like there's also.
What are they comparing the 30 to then? Because isn't it like the ratio between THC?
Yeah, and that's
CBD?
what the ratio was, 30 to none.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so Hendy's like, oh, okay, well, so apparently I'll let him tell the story next time he's on the pod. But apparently he had this stuff before and took like 100. Without thinking, like 100 milligrams, and there's 900 in a bottle. So he took 1/9 the bottle, and apparently was just like cooked. And so I'm thinking, wow, that sounds crazy, man. How about let's not do that. Let's take maybe like 45, you know?
Yeah.
Like chill on it a little bit. And so
how is it? How much is like 45? Is it like a couple drops or like?
No, it's like
a squirt?
The syringe like filled up once, I think was 30.
And you inject this.
You just put it like kind of like CBD oil. You just put it under your tongue, kind of like right
okay.
there. Yeah.
Just inject it
Yeah,
into your veins.
yeah. So actually, it's a little bit different than CBD oil. You tie a thing around your arm and shoot it up.
Yeah, so what you got to do is you just got to put it on a spoon and then get your
Light it from the
blowtorch
bottom,
and
yeah.
light it from the bottom. Get that nice and hot. And then you put the band around your arm. Dude,
if you gotta light it from the bottom, what are you doing?
no, dude. Why do they heat it up?
Well, I mean, why do you heat weed up? Just to activate it. You gotta activate it somehow.
I guess you got to activate it. Anyways, so you put this under your tongue.
My guy, is it a new cell phone? What do you gotta do? Activate it? What are you doing? Lighting it from the bottom, you fucking crackhead.
Connect it to the Wi-Fi. Just get it started up, you know?
Just get it going.
Sign
anyway, so I take a couple of these syringes, have at it, and Hendy's like, yeah, it'll kick in. Like, it takes a while to kick in, apparently. You fucking fiend.
Go ahead. Continue.
So I have him. We meet you at the top of my complex. We blaze for a little bit. And I was already fucked up there. And then I came back down here. Hendy leaves, you leave. We're all like, I'm just chilling here, playing like games, Counter-Strike, whatever, listening to music, and the whole time it's just, and I'm higher than I've ever been, and then like completely fine. 2 minutes later, I'm like, wow, that was intense. I hope that doesn't happen. Oh my god, here we go again, and it was like that for, I took the fucking oil at like 8:30. And I went to bed at like 3:30 because I straight up like couldn't function anymore.
That type of shit, like those oils and stuff, that's an all-day activity.
Dude,
that's
I woke up this morning, man.
You got to clear your schedule to take that shit because that's ruining you for a day and a half.
Straight up, dude. It's like around what, like 9, 10-ish right now. Mm-hmm. I've been high all day. And it's the day after. Like, you came over around 8:30-ish, and like, so that would have been 24 hours, and I'm like just starting to feel normal. Dude, no part of me wants anything to do with drugs.
And you
or
took
alcohol.
how much? 60 milligrams?
I might have taken 75 now that I think about it.
You just don't know?
Dude.
It's just, dude, it's
is
so hard to tell. If there's like 900.
So I took 2 of those syringes, and then I think I had another half of one after. I think.
How big's a bottle?
It's I would say like where the lid is here, like it's about that tall. But
so it's quite a bit.
Yeah, it's a fair amount.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, so on the weekend, I had to work for our other boss.
Yeah.
And first of all, hey. Now, they don't listen to this podcast, so I'll just say they're like drug dealers. Like, we trim weed for them like once a month, right? And they just purchased the most retarded purchase of all time. They bought a $250,000 ferry that was like, dude, okay, first of all, they just buy shit to buy shit just to flex on us because they don't really have any friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like,
dude, I don't even know if it's like to flex on us. I feel like it's like that thing of like, holy fuck, I'm bored as shit because I literally like it's not like they don't have anything to do. They got shit to do, but at the same time, they're like, I'm bored as fuck. What do I have to do right now? Because they're like downsizing their operation. Yeah. And then so it's like, let me just spend a fuckload of my cash. You know?
So dude, I had to go and I was just helping them like clean out this. It's a ferry, and they like took all the top of the ferry thing off, like the person who they bought it from, and they built like a weird wooden
it's like it's a log cabin
on a
top
fucking
of this barge.
Ferry. It's dope. It's dope as hell. But like,
you showed me a picture of it, and I was like, why'd they purchase Great Wolf Lodge? So water slides come with that? Can you fish off the back?
Yeah, we're just gonna put a fucking one of those princess cruise ships in this little ass lake.
It's like, isn't it like a man-made lake too?
Yeah, dude, it's like 9 feet deep.
Yeah.
And they're putting a fucking 65-foot ferry on it. Anyways, so I was there, and we were, and another guy who like trims with us, who's like an ultra stoner. It was Mike, the man who smokes. So this guy smokes like a joint like every 2 hours consistently. He said to me, because he was smoking a joint on break, and I was like, yo, like, how much weed do you smoke, man? He's like, on a slow day, 10 joints, but realistically, like 10 to 20 a day. I'm like, well, man, first of all, he has like 2 teeth in his mouth, so not a surprise. But we were talking about edibles, right? Mm-hmm. And because all you do with this guy, you just talk about weed because there's nothing else to talk about, right?
Yeah, it's like it's now his personality.
Yeah.
He's one of those
So
guys.
I was just asking him stupid questions because he was saying about like, yeah, there's 10 joints to 20 joints like in a day.
Yeah.
And I was like, so like, what's like the most amount of like milligrams of an edible you've had? He's like, oh, 5,000.
Huh?
That's what I said. Hey, I said, Mike, I take 40. I'm on my ass for 3 hours. What did 5,000 milligrams do to you? He's like, oh, I got high for like a nice hour and a bit. Dude, when you're that, just start doing meth because clearly weed's not enough for you anymore.
Buddy, just light it from the bottom.
Dude, you got to light it from the bottom.
That's unfortunate, man, that you've hit that point where you're like, well, I got to upgrade to the bottom of the pipe.
But dude, 75 did that to you.
Like,
imagine what 5,000 would do to you if you took it.
No.
I would probably have a cardiac arrest.
No, legitimately, your body would like at some point your
Shut
body
off.
would reject it.
I'd like
spew from the mouth.
I would eat the edible, and then like 5 seconds later, like the window shutting down noise would play in my head, and I just fucking fold.
You just shut down, dude. I swear, dude. Yeah, like you said, 75, and I'm still affected. I felt like shit all day. I think the ice cap's doing me wonders. By the way, thanks for that.
Yeah,
but dude, 9,000 or 5,000.
5,000.
5,000.
5 grams.
It would be. Is that how much?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not functioning at a full capacity today.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, what I was gonna say though is like you take 5,000 and it's just immediate like the SpongeBob backflip meme immediately. Yeah. That you like you
the
put
Kanye
it in your
song
mouth.
Starts playing.
Yeah. You put it in your mouth, chew, swallow. You're like, well, here we go, and then it just kicks in. You're like, oh no, oh no.
All the lights just shut off.
Dude, K. What is it? What's with some people like fucking buddy guy Mike who like you can just intake that much and like. You just sit with it and you just enjoy yourself. Like I get
you're
like,
not supposed to enjoy that much, Mike. You're supposed to fucking die.
Okay, well like you obviously you can't die from ODing on weed. Doesn't happen. You just spew a little bit and you get back on the horse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, for me that's what I was saying. Like it was a roller coaster yesterday because I'd get to the point where I thought I was dying. I'm like, wow, I'm having a stroke right now. This is how I go out. Okay, cool. And then like 2 minutes later, I'm like, wow, this is an enjoyable experience. I'm gonna play this game of CS. I'm dying again. Oh my god! Like it was just like turning on and off a switch, and I was like, like I said, I was trying to play the game, and I'm like looking at my crosshair, and it's like faded out.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
You know what I did the other day? I was like super, super baked to the point where I was just glued in my bed, and I was just chilling, and I was watching the new MJ documentary. Dude,
I watched it, yeah, it looks
I
good,
was
though.
so into it.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it yet?
Not yet, no.
You got to watch it, dude.
Yeah.
New episodes, I think, come out on Monday.
It's like 2 a week or whatever.
Two a week. I'm pretty sure.
I was talking to my dad about it because he's like fucking huge Michael Jordan fan. He's also a very big Michael Jackson fan, surprisingly. But anyway, I went upstairs yesterday before it all went down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I see him flicking through Netflix, and I was like, I know what you'd like to watch, and I like came down. I was like, have you seen The Last Dance? And I like peek around the corner to him in his chair, and he like looked over at me. He's like, yep. I was like, okay, dude.
He's on it,
dude. First time my dad's been on like the most trendy thing in years, and as soon as he saw Michael Jordan, he was like, I'm on it. Let's go,
dude. I love how it just transitions from Tiger King to The Last Dance in like 30 seconds.
Oh, immediately, man. To be honest, yeah, I know like everybody's like, oh, Tiger King. I didn't like. I watched trailers.
Dude, you gotta watch it though. That's what I'm saying. But now you missed it. You gotta watch it when everyone else is watching it because that's what all the memes are about, and that's what all like everyone's tweeting about and stuff. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really seeing a lot of memes to begin with. I saw some memes, but I was like, nah.
Yeah, whatever.
Didn't.
There's been some fire memes lately. Hey, shout out Drilled on Instagram.
Oh yeah, that guy's got it. That guy's got it
for
down.
Real.
Dude, it's just because people have so much fucking time now, man. You're seeing some quality editing coming out of these memes.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Dude, I don't gotta work all summer. Dude, I'm making memes. Hell yeah. Government's paying me out.
Government's paying me to make
you know what?
memes in my room.
I was going to say, you know what? I'm getting a little bit of cash from Instagram, getting a little bit of cash from the government. I'll put some time into this edit. I'll make this meme deep fried.
It's just perfectly cut videos of people dying. Those are the most fucked up memes. Like there's a level. There's like the normal memes that go like mainstream.
Yeah.
That's on like World Star and like all these things like Barstool or whatever, right? And then there's like the kind of fucked up memes, like where they're like lower followed accounts.
Yeah.
But they're like
They can get away with it.
they can get away with it. Yeah. And then there's like those ones where they make backup accounts and they only accept people for like 1,000 people to make those memes, and it's literally just videos of people dying. it's just people dying.
Dude, I think the ones that I like the most, like the memes that I've been like cracking up to the most is like there's accounts called like Perfectly Cut Screaming.
Yeah.
And it's like nice old man wheeze.
Yeah.
It's like it's like guys going into like the Jurassic Park ride in Disney, and they're like going through and like the T-Rex comes up and it's like and then it cuts out. So funny, man.
It's a full account of just
perfectly cut screams. So it's like as soon as you hear them go and then it like cuts out immediately. It's so funny, man.
That's so funny, man. That's just shit like that, dude. Hilarious.
Dude, it's like if you were like the first one to make that kind of like a spoof account, dude, you're sitting on a gold mine. If you think about it, like just like perfectly timed whatever the fuck, right? And then like you get that account, millions of people follow you, and then after like you're like the peak and then it kind of peters out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like getting on that kind of a trend can be such a like fat boon for someone. Like you can
I'm sorry, a what?
Like a boon. Like
fat boon.
Yeah, you know what a boon is?
No.
Like it's like a what is it? Like something that like pushes you forward. Like
All right, well use English.
Well, that was English.
Normal people.
Dude, I'm going into the archives for words. And we're using like the old English.
Yeah.
My ooga booga brains. My ooga booga brain's coming out.
Just mush.
Dude, it honestly is. I swear to God, like I said, it was a psychedelic experience last night.
Dude,
I was like, fucking what, dude? Okay, here's fucking good segue into this. You watched what's it called episodes of the Midnight Gospel yet?
Yeah, man. It's
Hey, Duncan Trussell, stop doing LSD every day.
Hey, man.
Hey,
we get it. You're spiritual, but like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
To be honest, man, I really dig it. Like, I know you watched episode 1.
Yeah.
So I wanted to hash it out. That's why I've been telling people to watch it, because I watched like the first. I'm on episode 3 right now, and episode 3 I was watching it while I was baked, and I was kind of like, whoa, what's going on? So I turned it off because I was freaking out a little bit.
Yeah.
But like, first 2 episodes I watched them sober, and I was like sitting there, and I was like, the show is about this guy named Clancy, played by Duncan Trussell, who is making his own podcast. It's a space cast, because it's a podcast, but that goes through space. So space.
Oh, he's making a podcast in the show?
That's what he's doing when he's interviewing these people. So what I've thought about it is like, it's like, it'll say like the episode title, and then it'll say Clancy does blah, 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 and then with so-and-so. And so he'll go to this planet, and he'll interact with one of these things and be like, hey, can I interview you? And then like, so in episode 2, he goes to this planet that's inhabited by baby clowns. And so like you get down there and you're like, hey, look at these little baby clowns. And then you're kind of like, what the fuck? It's like super trippy. And you're like, okay, cool. And then this like deer dog thing comes out, and like he gets impaled on it by like, it's like little antlers go through him. So he's like on this thing's like head, and he's like, hey, can I interview you for a space cast that goes through space? And the like dog thing's like sitting there for a second. It's like, yeah, man, sure. And he's like, holy fuck, you can talk. And then like it like starts where
it's kind of cool. It's a podcast with visuals to it.
It's super trippy visuals.
Yeah.
And they talk about a lot of stuff revolving around like spirituality stuff, death, drugs and stuff. There was like the first episode's mainly about like drugs in society.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Like it's he was saying like they were making really valid points that were like, no drug is inherently bad. It's what people do with it that makes it bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
like that kind of getting into that territory, which is like I respect a lot if you think that way, because it's really like it is about finding your own like peace with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you like anybody can get addicted to anything, you know what I mean? But it's just you know?
Yeah.
But it's like using it to, rather than using it to like cover up for all your old shit, using it to push yourself into an uncomfortable position to help yourself move forward is a very interesting way of like looking at shit like that.
I think it's clips taken from his podcast.
That's what
That's what I thought.
Because I was looking up the people that were like in each episode.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do last night, because that's what I was trying to find, like some of the episodes where they took clips from for the show, because I'm like, damn, that's actually like an interesting conversation, but there was only like 10, 15 minutes in the episode, right? So I was trying to look it up. I couldn't really find anything, but I went to his podcast, and it is the most tweaked podcast I've ever listened to. Hey, Duncan Trussell, you got to stop doing LSD so much, man. There's a point where the introduction to his podcast is literally saying, "Are you tired of being in this dimension? Wake up. Wake the fuck up." It's like, dude, I was sitting there. I was so high last night trying to listen to this thing. I'm like, dude, I will not be able to fall asleep if I keep listening to this, because it's just going to make me have a fucking panic attack.
I think it was like supposed to be kind of like overtly trippy, because he was like, well, it's the space, whatever the fuck, like, now shipping, whatever. He's like, use promo code. And then it's like, what he was saying something, and it was backwards and like played in reverse. And it just sounded like Satan speak. Just blah, 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 blah.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's an interesting show. It's a cool idea.
I want to keep watching it, because I have another friend who she watched all the way through it, and she was like super interesting. Like at some points when you're actually like dialed into what they're talking about and stuff, because it's really weird too, especially in like that second episode when I was talking about, like, you're listening to this very interesting discussion on like life and death and how it's all a cycle. Keep hitting the mic. How it's all a cycle and everything, and kind of how people, like, you know, someone, they die, you get really sad, but then kind of changing your perspective on that, and that's how you, like, you heal from it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, kind of it makes you a better person dealing with those experiences, and all the while this is happening, there's these baby clowns on this planet, and then, like, at one point, like, something's going on, and, like, they're in, like, the bathroom, and, like, Clancy, the main guy, like peeks over the wall, and he looks down, and there's like these flies in gas masks, and they're planting bombs, and he's like, what the fuck? Like, oh, you guys fucking have at her, do your thing. And then, like, so you're listening to a story, but you're watching something else completely different. So it's like these clowns versus these flies, and a whole war breaks out, and they're like killing each other.
What you're listening to is completely unrelated.
Dude, it's when you're listening to, when you're dialed into the like audio and dialed into the visuals at the same time, it's the most fucking weird mix, man. It's cool as hell though.
Yeah.
Because you're like, you're watching this like war go on, and these guys are just talking about this like enlightened, these like philosophical values, you know what I mean? And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Dude.
I'll give it another chance tonight. I'm definitely not going to try to fall asleep to his podcast again, but
no, I would like, I don't know, try watching it like sober just to see, because I feel like I'm going to try watching it like baked probably tomorrow, not today, because no. But like,
you're on absolute recovery mode.
Dude, right now there is no gas in the tank right now. I want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Dude, did I tell you about like this morning? I was just like slipping in and out of consciousness for like 4 hours, man. I didn't get up till like fucking 2.
Dude, I can't wait to get home. I've been fucking addicted to Counter-Strike again.
It's good shit, man.
Dude, it's so fun.
It's
but
so
like
fun.
I haven't been. I get in waves on and off of video games like every like 6 months.
Well, to be fair, you haven't been into games for like
a year and a bit, over a year.
Over a year.
Yeah.
I would play every once in a while. You've been
but
ripping jiu-jitsu like hard.
Yeah.
Man, like going like, well, like that's not a bad thing, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but like you haven't like had time for it, and then once like this quarantine and all this bullshit hit, you were just kind of like, you kind of just settled into it, you know what I mean? You go to work, come home, you're at games with the boys.
Yeah. Dude, it's fun though. We have like 10, 15 guys in the Discord call.
Yeah.
All just hanging out. Dude, so what happened to me, in CSGO, there's an in-game economy where you could open like packs and you get like new skins for the guns. And it costs like $3.50 around that to open one of these packs. And the skins can vary from like 10 cents to like fucking literally thousands of dollars if you're lucky. And I opened 5 of them since my addiction started. And
like you're saying since you started playing the game like 6 years ago.
I've opened 5 packs total. And all those packs that I've opened up were in the last like week or so. And 2 or 3 days ago, I opened up a pack.
Can I tell the story? From
you
my
can tell the
perspective?
story because I am so fired up about it, man.
Dude. Okay, so we're all in a Discord call. Me, Noah, a bunch of buddies, and Noah's like, I'm gonna open up a case right now. While we were like waiting for other guys to join because we were gonna play like a 5v5 game, just buddies.
Yeah.
And Noah's like, I'm gonna open up a pack, and he's like, oh, or should I just buy a skin? And I was like, I was like joking. I was like, come on, Noah, you're not looking for that thrill of Valve taking your money? And he was like, fuck it, okay, I'll open a case. And our other buddy, Carson, is like, Trey, can you give me like so I don't have to watch the stream, can you give me the play-by-play, like say every single skin color that goes by, because they're in like varying degree, like it's like blue, purple, red, or like pink, red, like that's like the rarity scale.
Yeah. And most of the time it's gonna be blue probably 80% of the time.
Yeah.
And
so
maybe you'll get a purple, which will cost like, you can maybe sell a purple if it's like decent for like
couple bucks,
yeah. And then the pinks are like $10 to $50 maybe if they're like really good.
Yeah, 20 to 50 I'd say, and then reds are like higher than that usually.
Yeah.
But then there's other things, and these rare special items, and it comes up as like a yellow. It's like gold yellow.
Yeah.
You get knives, like gloves or other things, right? Like just rare shit. So Noah's like, okay, I'm gonna open up this thing, and so he opens it up. We're watching it, and I'm being just I was just being like funny about it. I was like, oh, blue, 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 pink, 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 blue, 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 and like we're just joking, and it kind of like trail off near the end, and so like it's like a Wheel of Fortune thing where it's like you're seeing the skins go by, and it's going like you know what I mean, as it's doing that, and so it's going, and I'm like blue, 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 blue. And then like it's like slowing down, and I just see gold come onto the screen, and like there's like the little like stopper thing. This is like the one that you get selected.
Yeah.
I see it come on. I'm just and it like stops, and we're popping off, and they're like, "What'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you get?" I'm like, "He fucking got a goddamn knife! What the fuck?" And Carson's like, "No, no."
So I opened this thing up. I got a knife. First of all, look on the marketplace. I can sell this baby for $350. Real money. Someone out there will pay $350 for this gladly. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why people would pay that much for a knife.
It looks dope, right?
It looks cool. And I guess it's been like a popular game for like 6-7 years or whatever. But like,
I feel like this isn't even the height of. Do you remember back in like a couple years ago when like the gambling sites were up for that?
Yeah.
Like you could take your inventory of like knives and other skins for guns and shit, and you could put them up against another person's inventory, and then like flip like a coin, kind of like a roulette thing. And so had so much chance to win. Like the person with the more money in their pot would have like just a little bit more of a chance. And so guys are going through and dropping like legitimate thousands of dollars in worth of skins just in a coin flip. Yeah. And like it was like guys were going crazy with, like, I remember a couple of our buddies, they were like, one of them was like, yeah, I got into it for a while. I was up like 15 grand at one point, had like 6 knives, bunch of shit. And I lost it all, and I just never got back into it. Dude, I was like, bruh.
There was a big scandal about that because it was actual gambling, and they were promoting it for kids to do on like YouTube. Essentially, and stuff.
Yeah. And well, it was like 2 guys specifically that were they had come out and they were like, "Oh wow, look at this website I found called blah blah blah." Meanwhile, no one knew at the time that it was all under their name. Yeah. So the website would take like a small cut of your earnings, and you could. They could fuck with the rate at which, like, who won. They could fuck with the odds. Mm-hmm. And so they were, like, making videos on it and jacking their odds way up.
So they would win all the time.
So they would win a bunch of money and stuff. Yeah. So they were literally scamming people out of money. Yeah. And then it all came out and all got found out. Dude, it was a big
That was a big
scandal.
thing, man.
People were choked about that.
Dude, it's weird. There's, like, same thing with, like, Fortnite skins. I think there's a lot of money in that. I don't know if you can open packs for Fortnite. I never got into Fortnite, but dude, tonight on Fortnite, Travis Scott played a concert. Did you see clips from it?
People were popping
It's
off.
hilarious. I was gonna join just to watch it. It would have been hilarious.
Apparently, it looked pretty cool. Like,
Dude, he was
a lot
like
of-
massive.
yeah,
It's like a massive Travis Scott.
yeah, and there was like underwater bits and like just like rave lights.
And he played like an
shit.
unreleased song and stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
It's cool, man.
I think like when shit like that happens, you can kind of like, even though I'm not a fan of Fortnite in any way, but when a game can kind of transcend just being a game, you know what I mean, and like bring like a community of people together to watch a concert.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like, what the fuck?
I heard
man?
there was like, I think there was a Diplo concert or something in Minecraft. Like
yeah,
an
there was. It
EDM
was
one.
a Minecraft thing where it's happening.
Like a rave.
Yeah, there's a like an actual festival worth of people, like a lineup in Minecraft. It's like, huh?
And guys are just popping Molly in their room.
Dude, hey man, in your room's better than fucking down by the bridge. Do you want to tell that story?
I told on the last pod.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
All the tweak shows.
Absolute lemon brain right now.
Dude, I love that when you like wake up super like burnt and you can't remember anything in the morning.
Yeah, just obliterated my
Like you'll
short-term
do something
memory.
and you can't remember if you already did it. You have that happen?
All the time.
Like if you locked your car and then you're like halfway walking to wherever you're walking, you're like, did I lock my car?
Dude, I'll have that. Like, so I park my car out front.
Yeah.
Out front of my house, and I like have a little button on the handle, and I'll like click it, and it'll go beep, and then I like quickly check the door handle just to make sure, and I'll walk away. Dude, I'll do that, check it, and then go around the corner toward like my door on the side of the house, and
Yeah.
like immediately, like as I turn the corner, I'm like, did I lock the car? I'm like, bro, it's been 5 seconds. Come on. But
Dude,
you
that's
know,
been happening to me.
I like, dude, straight up, gotta take a break, man.
It's hard.
And like I think I gotta take like a nice few weeks off,
Yeah.
and then
Well, I know when all this is over and I can go back to the gym, go back to MMA, do all that stuff, I'm going to like be sober, eat insanely clean for like a month and just go ham to try to catch up to where I was. But like,
ladies and gentlemen, quote that.
I'll do it. Quote it. Quote it.
You know, like that's what I
Fucking-
mean. Like, because then if you do it, I'll do it. Because I'll just be like, this guy can't get ahead of me. Fucking
Dude,
gotta get off these ice caps.
it'll be fun. It'll be fun, dude. Ice caps are insane though.
Oh my god, dude! If that was like that's the equivalent to crack, but in food. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like sugar, crack.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, and I'm fully addicted to it.
Man,
Except
I just
I
want to
don't gotta
go. I
light
just
it
want to
from the
go
bottom.
to a bar or go out for beers with the boys. I want to go to a restaurant.
Dude, I want to go for wings so bad.
Dude, we used to go for wings on Wednesdays.
Yeah,
have some roofied beers.
Roofied beers at the old fucking Reach.
Dude,
That's what like a bunch of us were saying. I was like, dude, we gotta like, I can't wait for like the first night we're able to go out again. Like even if it's during the summer or whatever, dude. Then like downtown Van is going to pop off.
it's going to get.
It's gonna get
It's
rowdy.
gonna be a riot.
Oh yeah, dude, 100%.
All the like the crackheads are coming out. Dude, I saw an insane amount of crackheads recently. Like just roaming around the town. Did they kick them out of like their little area or something?
Oh, like
Like-
Tent City,
Yeah,
bro. They burn it down.
they burnt it down a while ago.
Yeah, it was like last year. But
But-
yeah, and then they kicked them out because they were blowing shit up.
Yeah.
Bro, okay, so in our fucking town, we have the great fortune of having a place called Tent City in the middle of our town. It's like this old little park, and a bunch of homeless people filled it up, and just pitched tents and put like fucking tarps around the things you can't see in. And so the government thought, hey, it'd be a good idea to give these guys like piping that would warm up with like these what's it called?
Propane.
Propane tanks, yeah.
Yeah.
And so the government comes in, puts all this piping and stuff in to keep them warm, you know, tax dollars and shit. These guys strip the piping clean of its like copper bits, sell all the copper off for money,
Yeah.
crack money, and then they take these propane tanks and try to fill their own like barbecue propane tanks up. So like, which is, you're not supposed to be able to turn one over and fill up another one.
Yeah.
Not how it works, guy.
Buddy, it goes in the tank. It stays in the tank.
Yeah, until you fucking burn it off. And so they were doing this, and like there's videos of it. Like someone comes outside after like an explosion happens by the like just from up the road. They're up the road. They hear an explosion come out, and they're like filming. And then you see in the distance like where this fucking place is, a second explosion, and then a third, and then a fourth go off, and it's just like, oh my, like the person doesn't know what's going on, and then like quickly like that place just disappeared
Yeah.
because they were just
Demolished it.
They were just blowing themselves up with these tanks. I was like,
dude, crackheads
bro.
are a whole new type of breed.
Oh yeah,
I've been saying this, dude.
They'll blow themselves up and be fine.
How come the people that I want to die most can't die?
Jesus, man.
Might go full GTA on Tent City. Not really, but like I'm not really lying.
Speaking of crackheads too, this is a funny story from last night. So last night I'm super baked and I'm like, dude, I need some skip the dishes. Like I'm just hungry and I didn't want to make the effort to go make food.
Dude, skip the dishes, honestly. It's like Uber Eats for the people in America, but they have contactless delivery now, so like they're not allowed to actually come in contact with you. So like a couple weeks ago I ordered sushi and the guy called me because he was like, "Oh, what one's your house?" And then I told him like which one's my house. And then I obviously go outside to grab my food from this guy like a nice little boy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like walking up to this guy's car and he's like, "Stop right there." I'm like, "Okay, man." And he like puts the sushi on the ground and like slowly backs away. He's like, "Okay."
Okay.
I felt like a dog waiting for a treat.
Yeah,
I'm like,
dog,
I'm just salivating.
You got your sushi on the nose, and he's like, okay, and you fucking tackle it. Yo, dude, the guy for me last night, like, he was kind of an asshole, not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I just didn't have my house number in the thing, and he's like, man, I can't find your house. It's not on the fucking thing. I'm like, guy, I'm just trying to have some food. Relax. So
and this is while you were
cooked.
blacking in and out of consciousness.
Oh, I mean, like, this is like, I was at the peak, but like, we were like just starting the ride. So
you were just rotating.
I still have energy.
Yeah.
I'm not like, okay, I'm done with this. You know what I mean? So I go outside, meet the guy, and he like gives me the bag, and then he fucks off. And this guy was like an older dude that, like, you know how crackheads all have that crackhead look?
Oh, yeah.
He low-key had that. And he had like a bucket hat on. I'm like, okay.
And you just like kind of don't want to eat your food.
Yeah, but at the same time, I was like, fuck it. So, and immediately, I had like a large pop and whatever. So I like take the straw out of the wrapper, and it was completely sealed, mind you. And I take it out, put it in there, take a sip, and I must have sucked up like a small like ice cube that was in there, and I thought it was something else. So, picture me just having an experience, and then that happens, and I'm like, did this man put something in the straw? And I'm like, the straw was closed. How did he get the pill in there? And dude,
oh, you thought it was a pill?
Yeah, I'm like, some guy drugged me. Like, he came and dropped my food off and drugged me. I was
dude,
like,
if he's a crackhead, he wouldn't waste a pill on you.
No, exactly. But I was like, I don't know, man. So I'm like freaking out for a bit, and then like it just added to my whole night of shenanigans, man. I was not having it.
Dude, I get freaked out so easy when I'm that high. Little bubble.
No. Dude, it's a battle to keep yourself like on like solid mental footing.
Yeah.
Cause dude, like I was telling you, I like yawned and I like my jaw cracked and I felt my ear pop at the same time as it did. Cause it was like up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And dude, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, can I still hear? I'm like,
You're testing your ear?
It's like, did my fucking jawbone puncture my fucking like eardrum? I was freaking out for a minute. And then I'm sitting there and I was like, I can feel my ear filling up. And I was like, or is it just my mind thinking about it filling up, making it fill up? And I was like, the sound is the same. I'm fine. And then, oh, man. I don't like being that high.
No, man. No one should ever get that high except for, dude, Mike will just have 5,000 milligrams and be fine.
I was high for 20 minutes. Okay.
Mike.
Buddy, I'm still high.
Trey's been high. It's 24 hours.
24 hours later. Help me. Help you.
Dude, I don't know. I've been eating really shitty lately, man. And like, I kind of like...
Oh, yeah.
I've been feeling like shit, but like at the same time, I can't really stop. Like I have like... Dude, definitely a sugar addiction back again.
Dude, eating this kind of shit, man, straight up changes like the fucking... Like the... What's it called? Like connections in your brain and shit, man. It alters like your
sugar.
Yeah, like because you're addicted to it, man.
Yeah.
That's what addiction is. Like it's altering your fucking chemical makeup and shit.
Yeah.
That's why like if I don't smoke weed for a couple days, probably gonna be fine. I might get a little bit irritable, whatever, just because I've had it so much. But like if I don't have sugar, like sometimes like if I don't have it for a couple days, I'll start to get like feel like weaker. You know what I mean? Where I'm like I feel low energy because my body's just used to breaking it down. It's fucked.
Dude.
Wild shit, man. So I gotta start eating yams and sweet potatoes. Maybe some Perrier water.
Yeah, maybe some Perrier. Man, this really, dude, this is the long hair podcast now.
Oh.
Dude, I've been seeing people are starting to like just learn how to cut hair.
Hey.
Just let it grow, man. Let it grow.
No. Give it a thumbs up. This is the
thumbnail?
Yeah, that's a thumbnail.
There we go.
Yeah.
Gonna be hard to find.
Long hair podcast.
Long hair podcast.
Dude, it's starting to fluff up in the back. It's not doing it right now because like I made sure it was like down, but like yesterday it was like curled up and shit.
Dude, my problem is I have like a hairy back of my neck.
Yeah, you got
so
a little,
like
like
if I had
hair.
that, if that was gone, I wouldn't care that much. I would try to grow it out, just have a beautiful, luscious mane by the end of this.
Yeah.
And just
trim the neck.
Dude, it's unsavageable. I need someone to do it for me.
Buddy, I'll trim your neck.
I don't trust you to trim my neck.
Why don't you trust me?
You fuck up, and you go a little bit too high.
Buddy,
a little bit too high up at the back of the neck is probably the worst thing you can do to a haircut.
Brother, I'm not gonna go too high. Just let me trim your neck, bro.
Okay.
It'll be sensual. We'll light candles.
Okay. Put a little lotion on.
Yeah, dude. I'll just rub
Fuck
your
me
back.
after?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Think about it.
Take the pain away.
God.
Dude.
God, I guess like has Granty just not been teeing off on you, and so he's just having dreams about me now, or what? Fuck, buddy.
Yeah, he's dreaming about you. Dude, I had the most fucked dream the other day. So, Trey and I were watching. I don't know if I told this on the last podcast about the maggots. I don't think I did. So Trey and I got very, very, very high a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago, and we were just watching. This is when Trey got his laptop, and we were just watching like weird YouTube videos, and just dying laughing. And then we ended up finding this one channel where this guy would just like.
He would do like long time lapses, like sometimes like week long time lapses.
No, it was like month long time lapse.
Or like one of them was like super long. And
yeah.
It was like the natural breakdown of like a slab of meat.
Yeah.
And like it's like showing it like kind of like decompose, but like obviously when it's decomposing it's because of flies and stuff. So you like the thing starts off, it's like a regular slab of meat or whatever, fish.
Yeah.
And like the fish one, actually that was the nastiest one. Just a regular fish, right? And it's like sitting out in the sun, fucking flies are coming by, and then you see like these little white specks pop up, like they're like eggs that the flies lay, and then they fuck off. And then these eggs, like you kind of see them like disappear, but like some of them are still there. And then you start to see like little maggots pop up here and then. You're like, oh, there's like a couple maggots, but like nothing's really there. And then you see like the fish kind of like swell a little bit. And then like the eye just kind of fell out at one point, and like they like they like grab the eye and like move it in and then move it back out again, and like it's dude. Then he like the guy at the end of the video, he like takes it and like flips it over, and it's like the thing
100% filled to the max with maggots.
Yeah, dude, it's like the inside is now hollow, and it's filled with fucking worms. I was like, ugh.
So I had a dream about maggots. I like that night. I was like, my dad made some sort of dinner. And he's like, oh yeah, here you go. And he like gave me my plate, and it was like
moving.
It was moving, and I'm like, what is this? And he's like, oh, it's zucchini and carrots and maggots. But he said they were grilled protein maggots. I still remember that from my dream. Oh yes, it's zucchini and grilled protein maggots. And I look down, and they're just alive. Moving around.
Hey, Dad, maybe toss them on for a few more minutes, I like it medium rare, not alive, dog. Hey, give that a little bit more of a sear, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, people in fucking China, have you seen those videos of them eating like the octopus while it's alive? They'll like suck down a mini octopus while it's alive.
Yeah. Culture, man.
Hey, but have some craft dinner. Do something different, because this is why I'm on lockdown, because you keep eating fucking bugs and shit.
Yeah, but okay, you can't just put that on one type of one people because of that, right?
Oh, dude, they're eating something
all of Southeast Asia is like that, man. They all
have everywhere. I'm not saying specifically Wuhan. I'm just saying in general.
I know.
Everybody, no matter the race, wherever you are, don't eat alive things. Kill it first, man. At least kill it. At least fucking grill it for like 5 minutes.
Well, I mean, like sushi's raw. It's not alive, mind you, but it's still raw.
Yeah, if I was getting sushi and my fucking little California roll started moving,
if your little bits in your California, if the seaweed slicks away, nah, take it back. Nah,
throw it on the grill for a minute.
Hey, buddy, At least be like,
At
dude,
least cut the seaweed.
be like a lobster and just boil it alive. Come on, guy.
Dude, we talked about this on the pod before, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, like
Lobsters?
lobsters?
Why do they kill them? Why do they boil them alive?
No idea. But dude, my parents were like assholes back in the day because we used to like this one time we got like fresh lobster from like the Atlantic. Like our old neighbors lived it, like their family was from Newfoundland, Labrador. And so like their family was coming over to visit. So they just, like it was their carry-on. They brought some lobsters, like 10. And so we just had this big like cook up.
They just walk through security with that?
Yes. I don't know. All of a sudden,
They
like
were just alive in their fucking luggage?
Yeah.
Was it in a cooler or was it just in like a fucking sports bag?
No, like a styrofoam like big cooler thing.
Okay.
Because like I get home one day from school and I would get home before my parents would, and I like walk in the thing and neighbor Connie's like, "Oh hey, like when your dad gets home, can you send him down here? I got some lobsters for him." I was like, "Yeah, sure." My parents work in the food industry, so it's not like people like them trading food has never been like a weird thing for me. It's like
Yeah.
it always like people always give us food, we give food away. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, cool. And then my dad's like, he gets home. I'm like, hey, Connie's got some lobster or something. He's like, lobster? What the fuck? So he goes down, comes back, and he like plops this thing on the counter, and I'm like, the fuck is that? And he like cracks it open. There's just 10 lobsters in there, live, crawling around. I'm like, where the fuck they get these? You can't get you can't get lobster over here. He's like, yeah, Connie's parents flew him over today. I was like, huh?
Flew him over.
Yeah. So apparently, like, so my
First
like,
class.
lobster. All the lobsters had their own seat. They're just chilling. So we, like my parents, like they start to cook them. They're like, when my dad was like, he like put them in there, and you can hear them like when they boil, like it sounds like a squealing noise because of the air getting out of their shell or whatever. And my dad's like, yeah, you hear that? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like a little kid. He's like, yeah, that's the lobster screaming. I was like, that sucks.
Dude, I remember when I was a kid, like 5 years ago or something like that, I went to my buddy's aunt and uncle's house for like New Year's, and they were making like a huge like seafood dinner, and like they caught it all fresh, all this shit, but they had like crabs, and like mine and my buddy's job was to take these crabs into the bathtub and just smash their head with a hammer.
Yep.
Dude, I was 12 or 13. There are these things. I'm like, I'm sorry, Mr. Crab. Just fucking whack his head. Ding. Not for me. Just kill it. Just kill it. Like, don't make me smack it in the head with a fucking hammer.
Hey man,
it's
free
not
child
for
labor.
me. Huh?
Child labor.
It's child labor,
Hey man,
dude.
you got to grow up at some point.
Dude, I've been watching like, I saw
like Old
this
Yeller.
one like YouTube channel where it was showing like factory farming, like behind the scenes. Man,
Dude, I love people's stance on factory farming. Love it.
I was watching this one on pigs, and they were literally like slicing like. This is very gory for anyone who's a vegan, but if you're also a vegan, don't listen to this podcast. So hey, bacon's delicious, but hey,
Dude, love a nice slice of beef.
anyways, they were just like cutting, like they were cutting cuts of pork off these pigs while they were alive.
Yep.
And just kind of tossing them.
Yep.
What do you think about that? What's your stance on factory farming?
Pretty fucked up, but when you have a population of 7 billion people, you gotta feed them somehow.
Yeah, that's true.
And vegans coming out and saying, oh, there's alternatives to it. Not sustainable alternatives. If you want to fucking make a thing
right
of,
now, eh?
it gets me, this conversation gets me fired up because it's people on one side and people on the other side.
Yeah.
But there's a very easy thing in the middle. You could try, you know what I mean? Where it's like, you give up a little bit and you give up a little bit, and we come together and you make a fucking team effort. Let's try and like think of alternatives here. So factory farming, bad, right? It's pretty shit. You know what else is shit? Like tofu bean, like the fucking bean farms that they make where they have like these pastures of fucking soybeans and shit like that. And in order to get like the product they want, they have to have a lot of these things, but animals will come in, parasites will come in, try to eat these. So you cover it in insecticides. So that's the insects problem dealt with. Okay, now how do you deal with the animals? Well, you can block them out, but like little rabbits and stuff, they can sneak through very easily, right? So now you're on a mission of now exterminating every single rabbit, every single squirrel, every small like field mouse, everything that goes near your thing has to die, right? So you're killing off thousands of little animals, and like it's a completely different aspect of like affecting the ecosystem. You know what I mean? Like if you're killing them off, then predators don't have anything to eat, and so now there's like that's a problem. And then I don't know, we're getting deep into it, but what I'm saying is like
you're saying that's when they try to like not factory farm, but like grow massive crops for
vegan stuff, right?
vegans
Yeah,
and
and that's it's unsustainable because you need so much for so little worth of food.
Yeah.
It's just if all 7
like
billion
so
people,
much land for such a little
such
product.
a little amount of food. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because it has to all that stuff has to get refined down so much to
Yeah.
make tofu or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's just a thing of like, so you don't want us to factory farm because it's inhumane. But your point's kind of not valid because you have to kill all these little things to get your whatever, your rice bowl, you know what I mean? So it's like, so try and stop factory farming and maybe cut down on meat intake because it does affect the environment quite a lot, right?
Yeah.
But then you guys got to find a better alternative for your shit.
For growing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It like it's just it's hypocritical.
The only alternative to like actually not kill animals is to like have a massive building, and that's not realistic.
It's not.
Right?
It's not at all.
Like
but
a monster greenhouse.
Yeah, but that's the problem with overpopulation, right?
Yeah.
And then it gets to the point where it's like, okay, well, how do we solve this with this many people? You can't. So the problem
unless we start taking vitamin pills. Like,
well, and I already, dude, I know
future.
people that do that. They just muck vitamins all the time. Like, here's my fucking 6 vitamins for breakfast. I'm like, that's so unhealthy. Like, dude, I hate taking pills. I like even like Advil.
Well, I take like multivitamins and stuff, like this little like vitamin pack. But like, what?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That was like
it's just covering some vitamins that you probably won't get during the day.
Yeah, and so I'm cool with that. But at the same time, when like people are relying on like the majority of their
no one's supplementing like their carbs and proteins.
No, but I'm talking like the majority of their daily, like instead of eating an orange, like they get their entire vitamin C intake with one pill. I'm like,
I think vitamin supplements are good.
It's just for me. I get weirded out by it because you're looking at like sand. And
like right now in a pandemic, everyone should be ripping vitamin C because it's good for the immune system.
Yeah.
Right. If you overload, obviously you can overload your system with vitamin C and your piss will be neon. But like, don't do that.
Piss.
But obviously, it's gonna be way too hard to get. If you're not like really, really trying with like natural fruits and shit like that.
I'm just saying I'm not touching mandarin oranges for a while.
Yeah, because you mucked way too many of them. But like
no, because I'm just saying because of China.
Oh, because of China. Yeah, I guess.
No,
but
not touching anything.
Not a chance. But I do think that you should be supplementing like at least vitamin C and shit like that, and you should probably be supplementing vitamin B because you don't go outside, or vitamin D. Is it vitamin D?
I go outside every day. You get this like this notion that I haven't left my room in 16 and a half weeks, but like, buddy, I go out every day. I go on a blade like every day.
You go on a blade?
Yeah, just around.
Dude, did I tell you about the crackhead that I saw eat shit on rollerblades?
No.
Dude, so I was leaving work. This is when I was working. I told on the last podcast, I had to work at that crackhead place for a day.
Yeah.
And it was right across from like Tent City in downtown Vancouver, right? So I was leaving work and I was going up like this hill. It was like a pretty decently long hill and it was like kind of stop and go traffic. First of all, manual car completely sucks. And this crackhead was ripping rollerblades on the opposite side. So I was like watching this buddy come down because nobody was like coming down on the other side. Mm-hmm. I was watching this buddy come down and he was like, this buddy was ripping and he was like on the sidewalk and it like went from like the sidewalk to like, he had to, go down that little ramp because there was a connecting street that he was going to have to go over and then back up on the ramp. And I see this guy kind of like jump off the sidewalk as he's ripping. And I'm like, oh, dude, this can't be good. I could see him lining up to try to jump back on the sidewalk. Like, cause it was kind of like, there was an area where it wasn't like smooth all the way up. Like you could hop up. Mm-hmm. Buddy hops up, clips both front wheels. Dude, probably going like 20K.
Oh, just biffed.
Face first. Sliding down, gets up, nothing wrong. Dude.
Probably just lit it from the bottom. He's probably fresh.
This guy's just ripe. Just can't feel a thing.
It's like, wow, that felt great. He gets going again. This guy's just got no skin on his knees.
Absolutely nothing. How can I tell how long we've recorded for?
Did you not set a timer?
No, I never set a timer. I don't know what time we started.
It is 10:11.
What
We
time we start
started
recording
around 9.
Something like that. We can keep going for a couple minutes. I don't want to stop, dude. I don't know. I like talking about crackheads.
Yeah, man. Dude, we're literally like the Instagram page Tweakers Tweaking. You ever seen that?
No.
Just heads going at it. And you're just like, wow, you're not human anymore.
My favorite one was the guy who it was a crackhead who was outside of his car. Like he was like on the little like foot ramp thing on the side of a truck.
Yeah.
And he was leaned over like the window.
Yeah.
Holding onto the steering wheel, ripping this truck down the highway, and he was on the outside of it, just complete crackhead.
Oh my god.
That's my favorite one. That dude, one or the crackhead who ripped a backflip off that 2-story building and was fine.
And like you hear him eat it, and people are like, "Oh my god!" And then he gets up and he like walks away, and you're just like, "Oh,
you can't walk away from that."
You watch this guy's ankles go into his fucking shoulders, like
compressed.
This guy accordion down.
This guy lost 5 inches of height that day. His vertebrae
compressed.
His vertebrae just collapsed.
Dude, I think my favorite crackhead video is there's that one Barstool video of like Dave Portnoy, like the Barstool Prez. He has like his like pizza review thing.
Yeah.
So he comes out of this place and he's like, here's another pizza review, blah, blah, blah. And this fucking crackhead walks by him and he's like, don't forget to give it to a crackhead. And Portnoy like looks at him. He's kind of like, what the fuck? And like the camera guy like follows this guy and you realize guy's got no arms, but he's towing a fucking like some kind of like trolley like thing. Like it's like a little bag. Yeah, like a little wagon. And camera guy
no arms?
With no arms. And so it goes back to Portnoy and he's like, yeah, so and he like looks back at the guy and he's like, how the fuck's he pulling that? And then I watched it back after I first saw it. I like rewind it and you like look back and dude, this guy's it's almost like he got like a screw-in thing.
He's got a little captain's hook. He's got a little hook. And he's got one finger.
He's got one. He's like hooked into this fucking thing, and he's just towing it behind him. And he's walking down the fucking street, no arms, just tweaking the fuck out.
Dude, I think I saw that, and I'm pretty sure that guy got charged with stabbing someone in Florida. Was that that same guy?
Yes, it was.
With no arms.
He stabbed someone with scissors with no arms.
This guy's he's Mind Quad from American Dad.
Mind Quad.
Just stabbing guys with no arms.
Ripping a motorcycle, like shifting and shit, but he's just like floating on the thing. He's just a nub. I'll show you after. That's a good fucking video.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Oh, dude. I feel fucking retarded right now.
You need to start ripping Adderall or something.
No.
Just fuck your brain up more.
Honestly, yeah, no. I'd rather just go to bed. Feel better in the morning.
Yeah, I guess.
Honestly, that's the play, though. Like, it's 10 o'clock. I've been up for 9 hours. I'm going to bed.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Dude, I'm going to come back strong tomorrow. Or I'm just going to come back and still feel retarded. And I'm going to be like,
still be high.
I've just ended my I'm only down to like 2 brain cells now. They burned the rest off.
Right, man. We want to end it on that note?
Yeah, I think we'll end it on my crackhead ways.
The crackhead ways. Well, boys, thanks for sticking around here. We have reached 15 subscribers now.
15.
Boys, the 15 is a big deal.
Hey.
Love you guys. Anyways, stay safe out there.
Fucking don't get sick.
Yeah.
And if you do, don't fucking come near me.
Yeah, don't come near me, okay? I got that fucking tape measure on me at all times. Stay 6 feet
6
away.
6 feet away.
6 feet away.
Even though we're within 6 feet, but
touch the toes. All right, boys. We'll
wrap
her up. See you next time.
Stay safe.
Love you guys.
See you later.
Peace out.